I've just got back from therapy. Jeff and I went to therapy, or Jeff took me to therapy. Anyway, I went to therapy. He stayed in the truck. He could have come inside, but he didn't. But anyway, did that, and then we went to Tractor Supply and got some post for doing some things at the land. So, because this weekend. So, I'm about to get supper started because it takes 6 hours on low for this recipe. And this is a special recipe because it's Aimee's. You guys probably have seen Aimee from Our Blessed Family. She doesn't get to put out a lot of videos, but she tries her best to do it. But she has a very active life with her daughter. Her daughter's in dance, plus she homeschools her, and her husband works quite a bit. So whenever that they can, they spend all the time together that they can. But cute little family. Go check them out. I'll try to remember to link the channel down below. And I have not asked her, but I'm pretty sure she won't mind if I make a printable for this. I don't know where she got the recipe from. I don't know if she created it or what, but I am going to talk to her before I actually do it. But most likely I'm going to make a printable for it, and if I don't do that, I'll at least have the recipe down below for you guys to use. I don't know what it's called, so I called it garlic Parmesan chicken because of the Parmesan garlic sauce. That's what I did. But she had left it in a comment, and she said it's something that I made and it's really good. You get Parmesan garlic wing sauce from Walmart, put 3 large chicken breasts and the sauce and half a block of cream cheese with a little chicken broth, 5 tablespoons of butter in a crock pot, cooked for 6 hours on low. You can add it to pasta, rice, or mashed potatoes. It's a little spicy. That's what she said. So I'm opening this up and I'm going to move y'all down here. Now my chicken is a little bit frozen, like all the way frozen. And it's in the crock pot, but it's not exactly flat. And I'm using my small one, so it's a little bit not the best. And I'm not going to be able to stir things up right now, but this is the sauce. I actually asked her, was this the right stuff on my grocery haul? She said, yes, this is it. They did have a name brand too, but this one is the one that I got. But she said this was it. And it has on there that is mild. So that tells you if there's a little pepper on it somewhere, that means it's going to be a little bit spicy, I'm sure. Oh, the sauce smells good. Alright, I'm going to pour this in. It said the whole thing of sauce. And what I'm going to do to get this out is, you guys know that I don't buy chicken broth anymore. I make my own with the bouillon and all that stuff. Or not the bouillon, but the this stuff. So I have some over here. Let me get a doodad. I tell you what, these things right here are fabulous for things like this, because I can get every little bit of that stuff out just like that, not waste not one little bit of it. And there we go. But anyways, there's that. But what I'm going to do is pour some of the water that I had this sitting in it. I'm going to pour some of my water into the jar and shake it up and rinse this out. So I'll be right back. Alright, she says a little broth. This is about 3/4 of a cup. It may be too much, hopefully not. We'll see. But this is what's going to make your sauce. And we're going to do it over noodles most likely. We haven't really decided, but I don't really want rice right now. And I don't really want mashed potatoes, so I'm thinking noodles. There's the half a stick of cream cheese, or half a block of cream cheese. And it's all just going to be hanging out on top at first, except the butter will fall down in there. I did cut it up some, so I'll just let that hang out on top and melt. In a little while I will come over here and I will stir it some and mix it together a little bit and all that stuff. And I do believe that you're supposed to shred the shred the chicken. So that's what I'm going to do anyway. And if I'm wrong, she can tell me after she watches the video. That's it. That's it. That's how easy that is. Cook some noodles, and in 6 hours you'll have a delicious meal. That's what she says. And I've seen other things she's cooked. I've tried other things she's cooked. I think she's got good taste. It seems to me anyway. I want to get all that cream cheese. All the ingredients that are in here are good ones, so we'll see. Anyway, that's that part. And the only other thing I'm doing today is washing a load of clothes, which I haven't been sharing with y'all really. There's a tiny bit left in the bottom. I'm gonna pour it in there. Get all the goodie. This stuff smells good. Let me tell you what's in it. What's in it? Ooh, bad stuff. Soybean oil. I don't want that. It's okay. Once in a while, it's okay. Water, vinegar, Parmesan cheese, salt, sugar, egg yolk, garlic powder, onion powder, sesame seed oil, toasted sesame seed oil, lemon juice, citric acid, and some more stuff. That's, you know, that's scientific words that I can read, but I'm not gonna. Anyway, this is the Parmesan garlic wing sauce. Could you focus on that and not me? Focus on the bottle. There we go. That's what it is, just in case you didn't see it. And I'll be back at some point. I don't know exactly when, but at some point doing something else with y'all today, because this was a super fast thing. I mean, it took me less than 10 minutes to get it all together, because I did all the other stuff before I started talking to y'all. You know, like cutting the block in half of that and cutting the butter. I did say 5 tablespoons of butter, right? I did, I think. That's what you're supposed to have anyway. But I'll be back at some point doing something else. And also, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not do the cleaning task yesterday. And I'll tell you why. I forgot. I simply forgot to do it. I don't know why. But I'm going to do 2 today. Even if one of them is cleaning the oven, which I really don't have to do anything to until it's all done. But yeah, I did have a little bit of a boil over the other day in there, so I probably do need to clean it up. I probably do. But anyway, I'll be back at some point today. While we were at Tractor Supply, I did look at the clothes. And they did have some things on clearance. Plus, the lady gave me an extra 25% off. So I did get 3 shirts. So that means I have to find 3 shirts to get rid of today. But this is one of them. And I already have one of these, except it's a short sleeve and it's a different color. And they are so comfortable. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's such a good price. So I went ahead and got that. And the reason why I'm telling y'all is because I'm being honest about things. You know, I told y'all if I bought new clothes, I would show you, unless it's like undergarments or something. Because I want to stay accountable, because y'all have gone on this purging business with me. Which I may not do it forever, but for a little while. And this one, I have some of these that I already own. And it is so comfortable. These shirts are just so comfortable. And all this pink was like, oh, get me, I want you. So I did get that one, and I'm throwing them in the washer so I can wash them. And I actually have another one of these, except it's a blue. It may have a different pattern. In fact, I wore it the other day. Where's it at? It's in the washer. I'm about to wash these clothes, so I thought I'll just throw these. Yeah, it's a total different pattern. It's flowers and not the paisley things. But I got this a long time back, and they're so comfortable. I think this one's a smaller. No, it's the same size. Good. Okay. Anyways, it ties up right here, but they're so comfortable. And I've just not gotten very many. Like, I don't have a lot of comfortable tops, and I found that type at Tractor Supply that are so affordable whenever they're on sale. Otherwise, they're expensive. And I just wanted them. So I'm going to wash these up, and whenever I find the 3 I'm getting rid of, and it does not have to be shirts, it can be anything that I get rid of today. I'll show you those as well. That way, I'm keeping up. Now, did I need to spend that money today? I have a sinking fund for clothes, so it's okay that I did. I probably should have waited and saved the money. Saved the money for like the land stuff. But Jeff told me go ahead and get them while they're there for that price. I said okay, because they're not always that price. So anyways, I bought them. They're mine now. I'm gonna get rid of some, donate them, that are not happy shirts, that I don't really like, that I only wear just because I didn't have very many of the comfortable ones. And that's something else I have decided. I am not going to keep clothes. Like, I'm going to make sure that I would wear them before I purchase them, because there's a lot of times I have purchased clothes in my life. I just got it because it was a really good price, and then I wore it because I bought it and it really wasn't comfortable. I had to pull on it and it would like ride up and stuff all the time. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going to be very particular about them. And I know for a fact that that brand, or there's two brands there. Those brands, two of them that exact style. One of them the style but it's short sleeve. I know I love them. I know I'm comfortable in them. So I bought them while they were a super great price. Anyway, I don't have to explain. Y'all understand. Whenever you find something that really fits well, you don't want to pass up a great opportunity to get it for a great price. So, I'm going to go find 3 things and share them with you guys. But like I said, it does not have to be shirts. It can be dresses, it can be pants, it can be whatever. So I'm going to go look, see what I got. It's going to be hard because I've gotten rid of so many things lately that I don't know if I have much, but I made that deal with myself, so I've got to stick to it. Okay, I found 3 things. It's 3 skirts that really, they don't fit me. The only reason I'm keeping them is because I think they're cute, and one day maybe they will fit again. That's crazy. I don't need to do that. So 3 skirts here. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give them to someone else who can wear them right now, and I don't feel bad about my purchases today. I didn't feel bad about it anyway, but I definitely don't now, because I'm sticking to what I promised myself. I guess it was a promise. I told myself. Anyway, I'm doing the thing. Okay, guys. It's been almost 6 hours. The chicken is done, so I'm going to kind of just break it up some with this wooden spoon. Now my ice maker's going nuts. And this is the situation. I've decided, even though it's not part of the recipe, that I'm going to take another shortcut with this whole situation here. And I'm going to cook the noodles in here with this. There's a lot of sauce in here. There's a lot. So I figure if I add another couple of cups of water, maybe I can get by with doing that and not have any issues with it killing the flavor. I don't know, but it smells good, and hopefully this is not going to be a mistake when I do this. But I just don't want to mess up another dish. I want to have one pot because I'm feeling kind of rough this late in the day after therapy, which makes me so grateful for crockpot, slow cooker, whatever you want to call it, recipes. So grateful for that right now, because I don't have to worry about standing here cooking, which my family would not expect me to if I was in pretty rough shape. They would do things themselves. They would fend for themselves. Alright, I think I got that pretty much, mostly, you know, shredded up. It smells really good though. I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back. Alright, this is a 1.5 cups of water that I'm putting in. Like I said, it's not part of her recipe. This is just something I'm doing. Was that a gnat? Yes, there's a gnat over here. Hold on. Okay. I don't know where it went. It did not go in here because I covered it up, and then I saw it after that. Who knows? I probably covered it up and then it went away and it'll probably come back. Oh goodness. Another 1.5 cups of water in here is what I did. Maybe that's going to be enough. I don't know. And then I'm going to put, this is the tricolor rotini that we got the other day from Sam's when it was on clearance. And I'm going to put, let's see, that's 2 cups. Okay. The whole box is a pound, so I don't know why I was trying to measure it. I guess I was going to tell y'all how many cups, but it was like 3.5 cups maybe. I may need to put a little bit more water in here. I'll kind of keep my eye on it and watch it, but I'm going to keep it on low and let it cook for another, I don't know, 15 to 30 minutes. And I'll bring y'all back. And if I add any more water, I am going to add 1 more 1/2 cup. But if I add any more than that 1/2 cup, I will let you guys know. Put that lid on there. Alright. Here's the other 1/2 cup. So hopefully that's enough water for these noodles. If it's not, I can add a little bit more. Hopefully it will not take away from the flavor very much. But you know, there's going to be the flavor of the water in the noodles anyway. What am I saying? Anyway, you use water for noodles. Plain and simple. I just decided to take a shortcut because I did. Maybe Aimee won't say that's just not right. She does. It's too late now. I've already done it. But this is a 12 ounce. That's not even a 16 ounce. It's a 12 ounce. So it's a 12 ounce box. Now, wait a minute. These used to be 16 ounce boxes. They used to be 16 ounce boxes at Sam's. Shrinkflation. I'll be back. Okay, so this is 40 minutes later and 2 cups of water later. I won't do it this way again. Next time I will just cook the noodles, or I don't know, I may, but I'll just know from now on if I do this again how to do it. Anyway, I might not have needed to do the 2 cups of water, but I did anyway. Smells really good, but 40 minutes later, 2 cups of water. I did, after the first 15 minutes, when I saw that it wasn't getting done, I did turn it up on high. If I would have put egg noodles, it would have been faster. Egg noodles cook a lot faster. But anyway, I'm going to get some of this and taste it. It looks really good. It smells really good. Let's find out if it's good. Okay, so I'm your taste tester again. And I don't know if I told you guys, but Jeff and Noah liked this stuff from last night too. So I guess that's what I'm going to do, is just tell you the next day or something, unless they're here to tell me. Or, yeah. I don't know. So I'm going to taste this. She said that you could do it over rice, noodles, or mashed potatoes. So here goes this. I know that I didn't do it exactly like she said. I don't think it's going to make that much difference, because the noodles would have soaked up water anyway. I don't think it's going to matter. And I don't want to burn myself. So I'm trying not to burn myself. Okay. It's good. But the spice just hit me. She said it was spicy. It's not terrible, but I didn't expect that. I mean, yeah. It's a little spicy, but not a bad spicy. It's not like, it's like a spicy like a good spicy, but not, I mean, no, I don't know how to explain it, but it's good. This is yummy. Thank you, Aimee, for the recipe. I will be eating this up. I'm not gonna refuse it because of a little heat. I'm not gonna eat this right now. Stop it. I want to eat it now. Okay, so it's good. I recommend you try it. Even if you do it the way I did it with the noodles like that, I will make the printable. I don't know how I'm going to do it other than while that I am editing. I'll have to type it out because of the way that I had to do it with the noodle part. But I think that I would probably recommend cooking the noodles and then putting them in the pot, because that would have been faster. That's what I recommend. Unless you just want to do one pot. So, it's a good recipe. It's creamy. It's yummy. It's good. So, try this. I recommend it. If you don't mind a little bit of spice. I mean, it's not terrible spice, but if you're like super sensitive to spice, don't try it. But I'm not super sensitive to spice. It just surprised me that it was like, you know, a little whoop kicky. Anyway, I'm gonna go and eat my food, and you can watch what's coming next. Okay, so my plan, since this video is short and I don't have like anything else that I'm really going to be doing that's not desk work, and also I said I haven't been doing any like things on the cleaning list. I actually have. I've been doing the computer files and the emails, so I have been, so I'm not going to count that against me. And I've been having to sit a lot anyway, so but since I am not doing anything else today, since I've shared the cooking and all that stuff, by the time you see this part I decided, since I have not done the Bible study, I'm going to do the Bible study on this video. I had planned on doing this in a separate video, but I just guess I'm not. So if you do not want to hear the Bible study part, I'll see you next time. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you want to listen to the Bible study, just hang around. But I have something I need to tell you first. You guys know that I've had issues with this big one, this book, since the beginning. This one I have zero issues with, but this one I do have issues with. And the reason why is because you know that I don't like feminism. I don't think it's good for women. And she has made another comment in this book that's very feminist. And I feel like in 2023, well, this was written in, can you please turn the page? Oh dear. This was written in 2022. So in 2022, I don't think that women are treated as unequally as they used to be. Most of the time, a woman can do anything a man can do, and vice versa. So, without going on a rant again, because I've done that 4 times, I've tried to record this, without going on a rant again, I'm not using that book anymore. And I'm sorry if you bought it. I'm sorry if you don't agree with me, but I just can't with that kind of stuff. I do have books that are written by a woman who used to be a feminist, who explains why she's not anymore. Or I did have. I might have given those away to someone. But anyway, I just can't. A Bible study is not where that belongs. It's just not. It does not belong there. We shouldn't be fighting for our rights in a Bible study. We should be learning about God's Word. So, I'll be using this book and this book only from now on out. From here on out. What am I saying? I don't know. So, let's get to it. Because I don't want to, like, go into all the stuff I've been... I just don't want to. I know that some people may not agree with me. But that's okay, because we can agree to disagree, and we can love each other anyway. I have a sister who, for years, we agreed to disagree and loved each other anyway, and we got along just fine. And now she agrees with a lot of things that she used to disagree without with me. So it's okay. It would have been okay anyway. We just decided not to talk about those subjects, and that's just what I'm going to do. So let's go ahead and go to this. Week 24 is praying time. I need to pray for that woman. I'm sorry, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just not going to, I'm going to give that book away to somebody who can either ignore the feminist wording or something. I don't know. We were supposed to read 1 Chronicles 23 through 2 Chronicles 13, and I'm going to go ahead and go over this. It's not going to be a super long time. I'm just going to do it, and we're going to go on through this. We live in a time of turbulence. The fact is, we can look at the world and complain about how badly things are going. We may blame the decay of our society on government leaders, or sit around and cry, woe is me, for all that's going on wrong in our communities. However, Scripture makes it very clear that no matter what it looks like across the nation, God's people have the power, authority, and responsibility to turn things around through the power of prayer. In 2 Chronicles 7, we find God answering the prayers of Solomon and the children of Israel. They had just built the temple in Jerusalem, and everything seemed to be going as it should. However, Solomon knew the temperament of the people, so he prayed and asked God to have mercy on the people when they got off track and began to operate in error. He asked God what they should do when times got hard and pestilence and famine hit the land. It took God a little while to answer, but Solomon kept praying. When God doesn't answer when we think he ought to, we have the tendency to quit praying. Have y'all done that? I have. I have. I'm like, he's not listening. It's a no. I'm just going to quit. But that's not the time to get slack. It's the time to press on in prayer even more. That's what Solomon did. He prayed and made sacrifices to God on the altar for 7 days. On the 8th day, he sent the people home. That very night, God finally spoke to Solomon and said, I have heard your prayer and have chosen this place for myself as a house of sacrifice. 2 Chronicles 7:12. He went on to say that if he didn't let the rain fall or sent locusts to devour the land, all the people would have to... Wait a minute. He went on to say that if he didn't let the rain fall or sent locusts to devour the land, all the people would have to do is pray. In verse 14, God says, if my people who are called by my name humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear them from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land. He said he'd do it for them because they're his people. He'd chosen them as his own. He knew what was in their hearts, and he'd watched them over them and listened for their cry. No matter what they came up against, God would be there ready to help. That same promise has been applied to our lives today, but we must do our part. We must pray, humble ourselves, seek his face, and turn from our wicked ways. This passage in 2 Chronicles shows us that after we do our part, he'll heal what has been torn apart. When we do our part, we then have to trust him to keep his word concerning our lives. Without a doubt, it's praying time. So, like I said, there's been times where I stopped praying because it just didn't seem like God was hearing me. Nothing was happening. I thought, it's a no. God said no. It's not something I'm supposed to be doing. It's not something I'm supposed to be hearing. It's not supposed to, whatever the situation. It's a no. So I quit praying. And I never got what God had for me because I quit. And prayer is a very humbling experience. You have to humble yourself to something greater than everything. You have to be the one that says, I need you. I need you. That's what you need to say to God. I need you. It's not, I can do it. I don't need this. I don't need that. I'm good. It's not ignoring the problem. It's not any, it's, I need you, God. I need you to come in to my life and fix me. Fix this situation. The only way we're going to be able to do that is to humble ourselves, to come to Him, to seek His face. The only way we're going to be able to seek His face is by prayer, by petition, by reading this. If we are not in this, we're not seeking God. If we're not reading our Bibles, how are we going to get to know Him? I mean, He's got a whole book here. Well, 66 books. A whole, like, thing. A whole, everything you need to know about Him. He's not hiding anything from us. There's no tricks. There's no nothing. He's right there. He's on every page. And He's telling us exactly how to live. Exactly what we need to do to get through any trial, any turmoil, anything we face. But we have to read this. We have to humble ourselves. We have to come to Him and pray. But I also believe there's one thing that she didn't put in there that is very important. After all that, we need to thank Him for doing what we're asking for in advance. We need to thank Him for doing it. And I don't mean thank Him for healing something. We need to thank Him that He has the power to do that, and that He loves us enough that He will do that. Sometimes healing is not what we think it's going to be either. Sometimes it could be a total different thing than what we think. We may have to need, have outside help for that healing or something. It may not be just there it goes. It may be take time. And that's just one example. But we need to seek Him. If we don't seek Him, we're not going to get what we ask for. If we don't seek His Word, if we don't pray, if we don't humble ourselves. You know how humbling it is to get up every day and write Scripture and read Scripture? You know how easy it would be to just get up and have my coffee and not do any of it? It would be so easy, but the rest of my day would be so hard. I would be like, I remember those days when I didn't do that. I was so confused all day. I was just like lost. I'm not lost now. Because I seek His Word, I seek His face, I pray, and I talk to God. All the time I'm talking to Him. I'll be in the kitchen by myself talking to God. It doesn't have to be some recital or something. It doesn't have to be some big words. It can just be like talking to a friend, like I'm talking to you right now. God hears everything. And He loves to hear you. He loves to hear your voice. He loves for you to talk to Him. So, that's pretty much all that I had to say about that. Because, I mean, it's simple. Go to Him. Just like they did in 2 Chronicles. Do what He says. And wait. And listen. And pray. And continue. So, next week we're doing Proverbs 18 through 31. And 2 Chronicles 14 through 19. I will have it in the description box down below and probably on the screen. So, that's all I have for today. I know this was odd. It was weird. I was a bit weird. But I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe if you like my channel. Share with a friend. Hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload. I forget these things. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing because I do really want to know. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels and be sweet.